Ronald, fantastic run of form, but Arsenal will be a pretty tough place to go, won't it? But I'm sure you don't go there with any fear after the recent result you've had.
No, of course not. We know it's a different one. The 4-0 is behind us, don't count anymore for tomorrow. Maybe it makes it more difficult, but okay, we know Arsenal is strong. It's one of the, in my opinion, one of the 2-3 teams. They have a lot of individual qualities, and then they can complain it very much, the game and the result. But we know if we are good defending, if we have good organization, we have a good transition to attack, what we didn't had against Man United in the first half, then we can make problems for them.
In terms of the way they set up and the way they play, the sort of 3 centre halves is another day where it looks like it might work really well for you on paper. Is that sort of how you feel as well?
That's true. That's true. After a difficult run, okay, we spoke to the players, and again we have players to change the system, and that's the most important. And that gives the boys maybe a little bit more confidence in defending. And it's true that we complain our opponents to play out of that system.
Do you sense, can you really sense the change in mood around the place after the last few results? Because obviously it had a slightly bad run and now on a fantastic run. Is there a real difference, or
No,
has it been quite even?
That's sometimes so difficult. Why something happened? Because it's not like that the boys are training on a better way than they did before. No. Of course, maybe one question was out of confidence. Maybe you get confidence if you win. If you play good football and the final result is negative, you don't take out that confidence then if you play bad and you win the game. Because that's all about the final result, and a little bit unlucky in a few bad results in that bad run. And okay, I think that the difference is that it's difficult to create chances against Southampton, because Southampton is a team who played out of a good organization, and it's difficult to beat them.
In terms of having this weekend off after this run, has it given you a chance to kind of step back and sort of reassess where everything lies this season and reassess some targets for the remainder?
Yeah, but still, it's the same target, and that target was as well in our bad run, that we were not nervous. Of course, I was realistic at that stage, because the difference to the teams close to us and above us on the position on the table was still close. And you see, you get 3 wins, and you on the 7th or 8th position on the table, because that's so difficult. And sometimes it's I can't explain it why you have a bad run or why you have a good run. It's all about the competition. The level of the competition, the level of the qualities of the teams. It's every Premier League game is a fight, and it's difficult to win.
Are you pleased with the backing overall you've been given here during this month? Because again, you've been able to say and keep your word that nobody will be sold, and that's where it is.
Yeah, but of course, I don't like. I don't like a person who said yes and then finally is no, because that's our opinion in the club. That's not my own opinion about our business. No, it's the opinion of the chairman, it's the opinion of Les Reed. Is that we speak about that, and we know it's a bad thing if you sell players during the season, because that makes it more difficult. The end of the season, it's part of football. If it's really interest in players, and we know there is always interest in Southampton players because they are doing well. But during the season, I don't like to sell players, because that's bad business.
You said earlier that winning 4-0 in December might make tomorrow more difficult for you. What do you mean by that?
No, maybe they will have a revenge feeling what happened on Boxing Day, and maybe it's the revenge what they like to show. That can be the reason that it's tomorrow more difficult.
How are you going to counter that then?
No, the same way what we like to do always, and to play out of a good organization, to stop the strengths of the Arsenal team, and sometimes that's difficult because they have some players who, in a final moment or in a split second, can bring so high quality. And we know the weaknesses of Arsenal, and like every opponent, there is always some weakness in the team. Nobody is perfect. Yeah, maybe Barcelona, but they don't play the Premier League.
What are Arsenal's weaknesses then? Is it their defending, maybe?
No, that's an offensive team.
Yeah.
Arsenal, they like to go forward, and they like to go forward with a lot of players, and that makes maybe the weakness. If they lose the ball, it's a lot of space, and if you saw the second half against Arsenal, we punished them for that. We had that space in our transition.
So this could be a really important game for Sadio Mane and Shane Long and players like that to get forward quickly.
Yeah, that's always what's the best system, what's the best line up for to get the feeling this is the best choice for tomorrow.
Are you worried at all about Sadio at the moment, that he's having loads of chances but not scoring and not being clinical enough? Is that a worry?
No, worried not, because I think every player have difficult moments in a season, and he's not playing bad, but he's not really that level what he normally can show. That's true, but he's working hard, and he will come back in his strengths for the team.
Are you giving him any extra shooting practice or anything like that to try and...
Yeah, but we do a lot of exercises to improve our attackers, and that means in movements, in finishing, and it's a lot of individual sessions to all the players.
And you mentioned Alexis Sanchez coming back this week. Is he your biggest threat against you this week?
No, he's one of the players difficult to stop because they have so high qualities. He's fast, he's technicals wise, he's perfect, and but they have more players. They have very good midfield players. They have Özil. They have so many possibilities and players with high qualities, and that's Arsenal, and that's why Arsenal is fighting to win the title, and that's normal.